Hello everyone and welcome back to ST Reviews. Today I've got a bit of a comparison to do for you between the EDC slings and crossbody bags, and particularly Bellroy. As you know, I do like my Bellroy, but in particular their Lite variety. So what I mean by that is I've got the Lite slings, and today I'll be looking at the Lite Sling Mini, and the other one I can't even pronounce it because it's called the Bellroy Lite Sacoche. Stay tuned. So if you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, the first exhibit, and we'll have a closer look, is the Bellroy Lite Sling Mini. And traditionally, if you've watched my channel before, I've done other comparisons around the slings, which I find to be a really good EDC item on trips, holidays, or even every day, if you care to carry them. But I've been debating and considering both options, one being a sling and the other one being more of a crossbody bag. And horses for courses, some people prefer one over the other, and I thought, you know what, let me do a video and show you both. So if you're in the market for one or the other, you can have a closer look. So this is the Lite Sling Mini, and I will get into a bit closer detail. Again, this is more of sort of a what I would call a bum bag, fanny pack, whatever. There's many different names for them, but let's just call it a sling with a strap. And then the side bag is exactly that. I would say represents more of a bag that you carry on the side, very similar to perhaps your laptop bag or whatnot that you carry for work. So they wear a little bit differently, and they've got very different compartments. So why don't we take a closer look and see what we think. Okay, let's start off with the Lite Sling Mini. Retails for 119 Australian dollars, and this is the 4-litre version. It does come in 5 different colours. This particular one is the Shadow. There's also the Moss, which is a green, copper, and arcade grey, which is similar to, well, it's the Sacoche one I'll show you shortly. What you find here is it's got a pretty durable ripstop fabric. It's 3 times lighter than they claim than the other fabrics that they have. So if you're familiar with other Bellroy products, they're quite thick and sturdy. And the first thing that you'll notice about this particular Bellroy is the fact that it's soft and very flexible. So the reason I wanted to have a look at these particular models is because of its versatility. Right, it expands with an ultra wide zip, so you can fit a lot of stuff in it. But at the same time, if you don't need to carry it on you immediately and you need to take it on a holiday with you, it packs up quite small. And what I mean by that is you can comfortably fold it up like that, fold it like that. I mean, whatever, you get the gist. It's very flexible. One thing I did notice is in here it does have the bike bike light loop, I should say, and it was actually glued in place, so to give it a bit of a tug. So it looks like the finishing on this wasn't the greatest. I'm already going into the negatives, but I'm also seeing that the Bellroy the branding here is not the best work. But anyway, let's not be too fussy immediately, but it's good to note. What else we got? So we've got the bike light loop, the front pocket, room to grow, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Lightweight foldable. So we've had a quick look at that. Secure strap, a slip pocket, internal zip pocket, dual axis zip, and all the other jazz. Now, one thing that I'm starting to see in a lot of the Bellroy products, I wonder if this one has it. We'll come into it anyway. So first things first, fabric, soft, definitely strong. Sort of reminds me of like some of my camping gear. So I've never had issues with ripstop canvases and so forth. So this looks to be quite solid. You've got a front pocket here. Now, first thing to notice is the zips are waterproof, but the front pocket is quite tight. Like, you should be able to fit your, this is a iPhone 13. Yep, that fits in there, no problem. It does have a key clip inside, and it's got a bit of length. So if you were to reach over to your door to unlock it, there's a bit of length, which is good to see. And that's it inside. There's no other little compartments worth mentioning. Then you got the main zip. Now the main zip does come with two zips. So you know, if you're left-handed, right-handed, quite easy. Again, waterproof zip. Open it up, quite smooth. What are they? They're YKK. Yep, YKK zippers. So when you open it up, it is quite big. So as you can see, like some of the other Bellroy products, they are designed that if you give it a bit of a tug here, they do close up. And then when you open up the bag, there is a lot of room in there. All right. So at the front, one major main entry. Now you do see that there is gaps, just worth mentioning, in there. It comes out through the bag. So if you put small items and you tip it upside down, you could potentially lose it. So you got the one compartment inside, the main compartment, which is quite decent in size. Now, one thing that I'm not too sure if people are aware, one thing that Bellroy have implemented in a lot of the bags are the internal Apple AirTag slips. So what that means is if I just grab my trusted AirTag, you've got the Bellroy tag here, right, where you know it talks about the what it's made out of, where it's designed, all that jazz. But in the back of it, it does have a slot where you can actually slip your AirTag. So all of a sudden, the AirTag is nowhere to be seen, secretly stashed away in that particular slip pocket. So I think it's quite cool, quite thoughtful of them, and very convenient. I wish I knew that earlier. So you got the main pocket in there. So in here, you know, here's a 600ml bottle. Fits in there quite comfortably. It is a waterproof fabric, so even if it leaks, I'm not fast. Let's put some sunglasses in there. Still in there. Plenty of room. Got the phone at the front. I mean, you get the gist, right? It is very, very, it's small and compact, yet fits a lot. It is padded, so the back of the bag here, there is a bit of padding. So if you were to put in here something that needs to be protected, like a, I don't know, could you fit an iPad mini or a Switch or something? You've got one external zip pocket in there, which you can add your, I don't know, let's go with the Bellroy wallet inside. Close it off for security with the internal zip and you're set. So quite nice. Strap itself, it's of the wider variety of Bellroy, and I find that some of their straps are quite thin. This is a bit wider, and it does have the magnetic clasp on it as well. Okay, now let's look at quickly the Bellroy Lite Sacoche. I say Sacoche, I've got no idea how to pronounce it, but I'm going to go and roll with that. So this one here is a very slim, very minimalist and lightweight crossbody. It is also made out of the durable ripstop fabric, and it is 3 times lighter than all the other fabrics, as I mentioned earlier, and made from 100% recycled nylon. This also comes in the 5 colors, and this is the arcade gray, which is also leather free for those that wanted to know. Now, first thing that stands out with this one is the strap. So if you know, I noted, I should say, in the slim sleeve, light sling, and refer to the strap as a bit of the wider variety. This is what I mean. So you can have a look at the straps between the light sling and the light sacoche. Massive difference, right? So that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll get to that later. So first things first, this thing is super slim, right? Like the other sling, you can fold it up and pretty much carry it in your hand. I mean, it is tiny. So great for packing, great for traveling. You can chuck it in your backpack, front pocket even, and get around. It's very slim profile, but at the same time, it does have expandable storage, right? So if you can have a look here, it does expand quite a bit, and I'll show you a bit later that as well. But it's also worth mentioning that because it does expand quite a bit, the bottom does tend to sag if you put heavy items, and in my opinion looks a bit out of proportion. From a storage point of view, you got the front zip here, also with the weatherproof, water resistant zippers. Open it up. I've got to say again, the fabric feels awesome. It reminds me of camping, right? It's got that nice, thick and strong ripstop feel. Inside here, once again, you've got the key holder, and you got 2 slip pockets for smaller items. So in here, you can put your battery. I don't know, what else can we chuck in here? Let's chuck in a measuring tape, because we always need that. Perhaps a little EDC torch like this Nightcore. Okay, that's in there. So because these pockets are a bit higher, they don't sag at the bottom of the bag. All right, so that's worth mentioning. So we've got in that front. Then we can also chuck in our mobile phone in there at the front, and quite comfortable. At the back, one more weatherproof zip with the expandable storage. It's got this typical Bellroy stretchable fabric pockets, which are quite nice. So they're very stretchy. In here, I don't know, you can put whatever it is you need, but let's put a pair of headphones in there, and let's get the wallet from the other bag that I already put away and slip the Bellroy wallet in there. So once again, these are all suspended off the bottom of the bag, so there is no sagging on the bag. Last but not least, we'll add the 600ml bottle of water in there. Ooh. Okay. Maybe we're stretching the friendship now. It's a bit tight. Can be done, but you can see the sagging I was referring to earlier. So maybe we'll leave the bottle out. Let's just chuck our sunglasses in, wallets in, headphones out. So what's happening is, because I've got something in that pocket, I've also got something in this pocket here, they're competing for space because it's got a little bit of fabric there. So they're sort of pushing each other around, therefore causing a bit of chaos in there, and things are popping out. So zip it up, and off we go. So as you can see now, and I'll show this bag on body as well. See how the bottom's now popped out under the bag? So it does look a bit odd. I'm not a big fan of that, but it does provide a little bit more room in there by doing so. Now the strap is not removable. It's hitched to this paracord material, both sides. So you're not taking this strap off. As you can see, it's been stitched on. However, the strap is adjustable, so you can, for ease of carry. Now, I'm just going to take the stuff out of it quickly, just so I can show you side by side what each of the bags look like from sizing comparison. Okay, 10. Maybe I'll put a bit too many things in there. All right, Exhibit A. Exhibit B. I don't know. I mean, first things first. If I look at the actual specifications on Bellroy's website, they'll tell you that the Lite Sacoche is 3.5 litre capacity. It weighs 116 gram. It's 185 mil by 235 mil by 60 when it's expanded. And then if I look at the Lite Sling Mini, it is 4 litre capacity, so a little bit more capacity, 185 grams, and it's 200 by 170 by 70. So, even just by the load test, you see that the Lite Sling does fit a little bit more. Now, everyone's purpose is going to be unique. For me, I wanted to carry at least my camera. So if I'm traveling around and I bring my little Sony ZV-1, I want it to fit in here. So just for that purpose, I'm just going to show you something very quickly, which I think is also important, assuming you don't carry your camera in a protective case of itself. So there's the ZV-1. If I put it in here, with this padding at the back, this padding at the bottom, I feel like my camera's going to be protected, right? Now, if I was to carry my camera in this bag, I can tell you now, you can already hear it, there's bugger all protection. Maybe if I chuck it into one of these slip pockets, as I have now, as it's suspended, you know, it may not hit it as much, but it's worth mentioning that the fact that the Lite Sling Mini does have a lot more padding, therefore a little bit better for protecting your goods. All right, let's have a look at on-body shots. This is the Bellroy, the Lite Sling Mini. I'm 180 centimeters. I'm not going to tell you how many kilos I am, but you can tell I'm not a little bloke. The bag is nice and close to the body, so therefore I feel secure when I'm out and about traveling that no one's going to take my stuff. So what I mean, before that I was saying about the load test here, I'll just put the 600ml bottle. So even with a 600ml bottle in there, actually, you know what, let's just put some sunglasses too. And excuse the noise, I'll zip it up. And here it is. So I don't think it adds much bulk. It expands nicely. In the front, I can still put my phone, and off we go, right? I can carry it at the front, carry it on the side, and then carry it on the back. And Bob's your uncle and Jane's your auntie. It does have the magnetic strap here that I can just unclip it. So quick and easy access, and on it goes. All right, so now this is the Bellroy Lite Sacoche, right? So this is what I was talking about. It's more of a, I don't know, like a man bag, a man purse. I don't know, just very handbaggy style of wear. Now the strap, as you can see, it is, I don't know, in my opinion, it is quite thin. It is quite thin in the strap, but then so is the bag, right? So it's, you know, it's quite comfy in a sense that you don't feel that it's there. Same thing, you can have it on the side, slide it at the back, and off you go. So what I'm thinking is, in the hotter months, having this very thin strap, it doesn't feel like there's much on, so therefore you won't feel it as much. But then, in saying that, if you do put a bit of weight, it could cut into you because it is thin. Now, from a carrying and portability point of view, let's just do the same thing. I'll put the bottle of water in there. Get in there. Well, it struggles with a 600ml. And there's a bit here where the zip does not finish, which I'm not a big fan. And then you put your sunglasses in there as well. Zip it up. I've got to make it the same. We'll chuck the mobile phone in there. And I'll zip that up too. What do you think? You can see how at the bottom now, it's actually starting to sag, whereas before it was nice and neat. So that's what I meant, that it, you know, it does have a bit of sag and it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing as it does when it's nice and folded, but nevertheless it does do the job. I can tell you now, with the bottle, the glasses and my phone, I can really feel the straps cutting into my shoulders, whereas this one here with the thicker straps, you don't really feel it as much. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that what it looks like on body. So there's a bit of a comparison between them both. I like them both. I think they'll have a different purpose, or maybe a different trip that I'll be carrying one or the other. But you know what? They're so light and compact that I'll probably, you know, I could easily store the, I can't even pronounce that bloody word for this thing, the Sacoche one inside my other Bellroy, and you don't even know it's there. Fold that one up as well. There you go. Strap it up and chuck it into your backpack. So very compact, very easy to carry, very versatile, like everything Bellroy. And I just got to say that this is not a sponsored video. It's not paid by Bellroy. I've purchased these myself, but I am a fan of their goods. They're well made, they're good quality. There are a few improvements that can be done to make it even better, but you know what, for what they are, I think they're quite good. So I've gone out there to spend my money to make your life easier, and hopefully that you won't have to spend the same money and you can make a decision based on the video. So either way, that's a wrap up of the review of the Bellroy, both the Lite Sacoche and the Sling as well. Let me know in the comments at the bottom what your thoughts are, if you own one, if you're considering one, if you've got any questions, please put a note in there. And like all my other videos, if you do enjoy it and it does help you out, please give it the thumbs up. Click on the bell so you get notified when there's new videos, and do subscribe, because I can see that there are many people watching the videos but they don't subscribe, and the subscriptions are what helps us YouTubers. So I don't get paid by YouTube or anyone, so all that does help and go a long way. So once again, like and subscribe. If you like the video, put in a comment there if you've got any questions, or if you've got any feedback. Otherwise, this is Sash from ST Reviews signing out. Goodbye.